In this 6-minute video, you will hear a brief description of the architecture and design of IQity's unique cloud-based technology platform. This video is excerpted from the full-length webinar available on IQity's website at IQitySolutions.com. The video begins with Lance Roundy, Director of Integration Services, discussing the evolution of manufacturing information systems.
What the graphic here is showing is really the evolution of computing systems over the past 40 years or so. And a very parallel graphic could be generated for automation systems. This is more the back-end business type information systems, but a very, very similar evolution has occurred on the automation side as well, and we know that you're very, very familiar with that. What we've tried to do is anticipate where the market is going, and IQity foresaw that there was going to be a quantum leap as cloud computing became prevalent, and that manufacturing systems were going to be lagging that. And we identified what we consider to be a manufacturing void, a void in the information handling for manufacturing systems. And so we decided from the outset to build a system from the ground up that was targeted towards that new evolving technology, so completely cloud-based in its development. So we really do believe that this fills a void and gives us a competitive advantage over some of the big names that are already out there. And obviously we hope that that's a very enticing opportunity to you. So what does it mean to have built a solution intentionally for cloud computing? Well, there are a number of unique challenges that have to be met, and this is why we think we have a tremendous advantage. We've taken these considerations into the design and architecture of our platform. First and foremost, we knew that we had to be able to establish broad connectivity. As Dave pointed out earlier, the disparate systems that are out there, we can't ask customers to rip and replace. So our IQ connector technology became the foundation for which we're able to reach broadly out across an individual plant or all the way through the enterprise in order to touch multiple data sources and bring that information together, unify it. Secondly, if we're going to be cloud-based and we're going to offer an enterprise view of manufacturing, then we need it to be scalable, and scalable in a massive sense. So multiple IQ connectors can operate at various plant locations and all stream the data to our cloud infrastructure, where it's unified and gives us the type of drill down and high-level visibility that Dave was just able to demonstrate for you very briefly. Okay. Thirdly, we had to recognize that as we move into cloud computing, bandwidth is a limited commodity and something that very likely customers are beginning to be very concerned with, both on their internal networks as well as with their pipes to the outside world. Again, the IQ connector design and the IQ Fusion platform were designed to take that into consideration. It is not data collection for the sake of data collection. It's data collection for the sake of visibility into performance on the manufacturing floor. So we're selective about the data that we collect. We can configure it and tailor it on the fly from web applications anywhere remotely. We can change the frequency that we collect data, and we can dynamically open up new data channels as needed to give us additional insight when certain aspects of the process are hitting tolerances that we predetermined are critical for us to have more visibility into them. Finally, we have to have rigorous security. That means we have to honor corporate firewalls. We have to play nicely with them in order to transmit the data out to the cloud. We have to be conscientious about protecting that data in transit. We've got to use the best encryption technology available, keep it from prying eyes, and where we hold that data out in the cloud, we have to be enforcing the most stringent security protocols that are available today to make certain that our customers' data is absolutely positively secure. So I want to expand just a little bit on that data connector. I've talked a little bit about it, but in terms of its broad reach, it really is built to merge both transactional data, event-based data, real-time data. So we recognize that in order to get a unified view of operations, then it's necessary to pull information from a variety of sources that can come in very different formats that can be representing the data in very different ways. So the IQ connector and the technology that processes the data in IQ Fusion in our cloud-based infrastructure absolutely does that. We have to be able to reach a broad number of devices. We've done that by standardizing on some of the industry protocols that have really gained traction in the last 5 to 10 years. That's OPC, ODBC, and as more standards come on, we continue to watch those standards, and the ones that survive and thrive, we will adapt and bring into the connector family. We have to anticipate mobile devices. As Dave pointed out, it's a critical aspect of where our customers are wanting to go. We connect to mobile solutions that are of our own design, as well as being able to connect off to other mobile devices in almost any format. And finally, we recognize that our ability to extend and move beyond what even we could foresee was critical to our success in the space. So if we want to not be overtaken, we have to be able to be very nimble and flexible in where we can connect to data. So we've provided both plug-in technology, so simple extensible modules that can be dropped in, offered up by third parties, by partners, or by IQity itself, can be dropped in place and extend the functionality of our connector, all the way up to a full software development kit for unique data connection techniques and unique data streaming through web services. So again, just a very quick peek under the hood in terms of our technology platform. Dave gave you a very quick sneak peek of some of the feature and functionality, but hopefully what that shows you is what we're sitting on is a platform and a set of capabilities that really do provide some unique advantages. You see those listed on the left-hand side. Cloud-based obviously brings some tremendous opportunities just by its very nature, 24/7 access, real-time instantaneous feedback as we're processing the data and making it available immediately to any user anywhere with the appropriate access privileges.